guys, welcome back to the Lazy River. Today's kind of an unexpected video, and I hope you're all doing well in the quarantine. I got something kind of crazy for you. Let me show you real quick. Alright, so if you see that picture, you already probably know. It looks like Hydra. And when I saw that, I was like, what the heck is going on here? I've never had Hydra in any of my fish tanks until today. So I find it kind of funny because my boy out in London, at Aquatank London, he had a planaria issue, and those planaria worms were freaking huge. So go check out his video about the planaria worms in his tank. Also, we've got something else that's interesting for you that we're going to show you by the end of this video. But until then, let's check this out.
So this is the tank, the Cambomba grow out, where we discovered the Hydra. And in that photo that I showed you, the Hydra was just anchored to this piece of dragonstone, and I noticed them floating around on it. And that was the only spot in this tank that I really had noticed where the Hydra were. But that's not the only thing that's bothering me right now. If we take a look at Lazy, we've seen some ick spots. You'll see the ick spots right around his eye. Those were not there before. And he did have another parasitic looking ick spot on the other side. Now that kind of drove me a little crazy. The only thing that I can think that could have caused that were these little mutt guppies that I've added in there. These were culls from a grow out tub that I had, and I kind of was digging the pattern that was on their tail fin, so that's why I threw them in here. Now I thought it would be okay to throw them in there just because, you know, they're all my fish, they show no signs of anything, but obviously something has gone askew here. But we're going to be treating that with a little bit of Ruby Reef Kick Ick just to take care of the ick problem. The temperature in this tank right now is set at 78 degrees. You can't really read it back there, but I'm not super worried about that. Lazy's been through ick before. Now, back to the Hydra. What I don't know about Hydra is if it is able to contaminate other tanks. Everything on the racking system is its own entity, meaning that it's not automatic. All the water doesn't run into one thing. It's just its own thing. Like this one, this one, this one, and so on and so forth. So I believe that if it is possible to be a cross-contaminant, that we need to be very sure that we use a different net on each tank. And I'll remind you guys out there, do as I say, not as I do. Make sure that you use a different net for each aquarium. And I'm gonna try to, you know, eat my own words on this one. So the cool thing is that I was able to get that piece of pearlweed that had the Hydra on it out of there. I just did a big water change. You may notice that some of the plants are pearling, and yeah, I'm cool with that. I did do a little bit of research. My boy at Aqua Updates told me that gouramis do have a sense to like to eat Hydra. Also, I did a little research on my own, and mollies love to eat Hydra, I found, and pond snails as well. I have a plethora of pond snails, excuse me. They're going to be going in here. And I also have some Malaysian trumpet snails here. We have like a little Malaysian invasion going on. I don't know much about Malaysian trumpet snails and Hydra. I'm assuming that there may or may not be some effects, whether the Malaysian trumpet snails will eat the Hydra. And I also know that Hydra are like a freshwater anemone, and they will attack baby shrimp and fry, essentially basically just stinging them and making their life uncomfortable. So that's not a cool thing. Now, up here we do have, above the grow light, there's another light up there. It's an aquaneat that's not being utilized. And let me show you something real quick. we have this bad boy that just got set up, and this is going to be in an upcoming video. I want to utilize double aquaneat lights on top of that tank. That tank, like I said, is going to be in an upcoming video, and it's a really interesting video, so you want to stay tuned for that. I personally do not have any experience with Hydra, and I'm assuming that from what other people say, that it can be a very big nuisance, and I really don't want to deal with that right now. If any of you guys can let me know down below if you've ever dealt with Hydra, please let me know. Or if you have found that there are any benefits to Hydra, please let me know. Also, something else interesting with this tank, I'm going to be taking out the back row of all this cambomba, probably about a quarter of it. We're going to be hitting it up with some guppy grass. I'm super stoked. Got a lot of transplants going on in other tank. Boom! 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 Blow! And mixed into the rotala, blue blue blue! So yeah guys, this is pretty crazy. Anyways, I hope you're all well during this pandemic, that you're staying inside. Thanks again for all your continued support in the Lazy Store. I love you. Stay safe. Don't go crazy. Stay lazy. Adios.